Welcome back to Futbol Mundial, where today I'm joined by a newly shored Michael McCubbin. Look at that hair.
Yes. It's glorious, isn't it? I can confirm that I am a sheep. Today we've got fans attacking players, the establishment attacking female football fans, and Zach attacking some Dutch pronunciation.
De Grandschap.
We've got it all. We begin in the Netherlands, where a group of fans decided to take matters into their own hands on the weekend.
Supporters of Go Ahead Eagles clearly got some ideas from the Wigan fan who spat at Sergio Aguero as they invaded the pitch following their 4-0 loss to Eerste Divisie rivals De Graafschap.
Oh, pretty good there, Zach. Pretty good, impressed. But they didn't go down there to berate their own players, who have lost 4 of their last 5 games, just to say, but instead attacked the opposition. Take a look at this.
How they thought that was a good idea is anyone's guess, but you can't fault their commitment, even attacking the stewards as they restrained their fellow ultras.
Yes, the club have since denounced the actions of a small minority of their fan base who have brought a whole new meaning to the term going Dutch. Very, very tenuous link there.
Oh God, Mike.
We head over to Iran now, where FIFA President Gianni Infantino was visiting last week.
His trip was the perfect opportunity for the country's female footy fans to make a stand against their government, who have banned women from entering football stadiums since 1979.
Bloody hell, that is a long time now, nearly 40 years. Infantino attended a match between Esteghlal and Persepolis in Tehran, and at that game, 35 women were detained after trying to set foot in the Azadi Stadium.
Even worse, after the game, Infantino was questioned about the controversial law on live television, and as he answered, the broadcast was taken off air.
Absolutely ridiculous. Come on, Iran, sort it out. Even Saudi Arabia are letting women into the stadiums now. Come on.
Over in India, the regular ISL season is over, and already big changes are afoot.
Yes, disgraced champions ATK saw their 3rd separate manager of the season take charge on the weekend. And to be fair to Robbie Keane, he absolutely thrived in his first game as player coach.
He scored the winner against North East United, which meant his side didn't have to suffer the indignity of finishing bottom.
Meanwhile, down in Kerala, David James has had a mixed reception in his 2nd stint as manager, as his quest to land the Blasters a place in the finals ended in failure.
And one man who has taken particular issue with the former England keeper is Dimitar Berbatov, who ended the season with just 1 goal from 9 appearances.
He posted this picture on Instagram, labelling James the worst wannabe coach ever, ouch, and giving a brutal review of his tactics with 1 hashtag, I believe.
Maybe playing the Bulgarian in defensive midfield wasn't such a good idea, was it, James? But you won't mind, as he's actually been awarded with a new contract, which will keep him at the club until 2021.
Ooh, that's a bumper deal. Looks like Berber then won't be jumping back on a plane to the subcontinent anytime soon. Just as the Indian Super League is coming to a close, the season is just beginning over in China.
Yes, and things couldn't have gotten off to a worse start for newly promoted side Dalian Yifang, who despite boasting Jose Fonte, Yannick Carrasco and Nicolas Gaitan in their lineup, lost 8-0 to Shanghai SIBG.
That is a battering and a half. Oscar nabbed a hat-trick for Shanghai, while Font had an atrocious match in which he gave away a pen, proving that the CSL maybe isn't as big a holiday as Carlos Tevez makes out.
The loss is the joint heaviest in the Chinese Football League history, with the last 8-0 coming all the way back in 2001.
Ooh. But what do you reckon? Are Carrasco and co already regretting their decision, or are their huge wages enough to make up for it? Let us know down below.
Ahead of Real Madrid's amazing Champions League clash against PSG tonight, one player will have a bit more in his mind than most.
Well, indeed. That man is Luka Modric, who at the end of last week was charged with perjury by the Croatian authorities.
The charges relate to the trial of former Dynamo Zagreb director Zdravko Mamic last summer, where the Los Blancos midfielder supposedly gave false information about his transfer to Tottenham.
Ooh, bit of corruption going on, I feel. If found guilty, Modric could face up to 5 years in prison. But do you think it will happen, or will he hire a good enough lawyer to get him off? Let us know in the poll. Finally, it's our one to watch section, and thanks to Iazar Dekic, sorry if I got your name wrong there, we've got our eye on a youngster in Portugal.
Brazilian forward Mateus Pereira came through the ranks at Sporting and is currently on loan at Chaves, who are on course for their best league finish since 1990.
And the 21-year-old has been far from a bystander. He's made 19 appearances and in that time has been directly involved in 6 goals.
The pacey wide man is also a dead ball specialist and creates 2.1 chances per match, which is better than Leroy Sané has managed this entire season.
Nice. We expect he'll be back at Sporting in no time, but who should we cover next week? Let us know in the comments, as always, with the hashtag one to watch. Yeah.
Nice.
I'd say something rather than impressive. I always say that.
Nice. So that was Futbol Mundial. As usual, what do you think of the stories that we covered, and have we missed any out? Let us know in the comments below. I'm basically a robot when I do this. But if you see any stories in the next week that should be featured on next week's Mundial, hit us up on Twitter. Our handles are right here. MC Cubbin, McCubbdot. What should they do now?
Well, I should go and check out Stat Wars from the weekend if you haven't already. It was Patrick Van Straten versus Dougie Critchley in the hot seat for the first time. Very exciting stuff. And also go and check out FDFC. Go and subscribe there if you haven't already. Great content on there. Good challenges, non-league vlogs, our match against Soccer AM. And if you have any ideas of what we should be doing in the future on FDFC, we are very open to suggestions. So let us know down there. The hashtag, what, new content?
New content, new strands.
New strands. Hashtag new strands.
Perfect.
And yeah, obviously don't forget to like and subscribe here as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.